Welcome to People and Power here on NBS always. My name is Mable Twegumye Zake. Now in this episode of People and Power, we're featuring a personality who has served through many different ranks in the Ugandan army before he was appointed Chief of Defense Forces, and that is Gen.Katumba Wamala. From his army work to his childhood to is he married? How has he raised his children? We're going to find out all that and even more, so just tune in and wait. We're going to the residence of Gen.Katumba Wamala. It's nice to meet you, Gen. I'm all right. How are you?
Good.
Are we supposed to be threatened by your attire?
Threatened?
Yes.
Why should you?
Naturally.
This is your buying your money.
Okay.
This is your taxes. It's what buys this.
General Edward Katumba Wamala is a Ugandan army officer. He possesses the authoritative power to command military forces with the responsibility to protect the citizens of Uganda above South.
Welcome to People and Power. My name is Mable Twegumye Zake, and like I mentioned earlier, tonight we are featuring Gen.Katumba Wamala. He's held the, if I should call it, office of the Chief of Defense Forces for over 2 years now. And of course, there's so much more about him that you're yet to find out, aside from his army work. So welcome to People and Power, Gen.
Thank you.
Do I salute? I'm not allowed to salute?
Well, saluting is a greeting.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you salute means you're greeting me.
It means I'm greeting you.
Yeah.
Okay, so salute, General.
So be it.
I'm so happy to have you on the show. So
Thank
I'll
you.
start with my process of, having you for this particular interview. I would say it wasn't hard. You were very cordial. You were very approachable, which has made me wonder, where does this stem from, away from the many people we've had on the show that have given us a really hard time?
Well, it depends on what you call hard time. Why would I give you a hard time? If you wanted to talk to me, you have a right.
All right. Then you've always passed as a very humble general, if I should say. Yet people often think that as a soldier, you should be tough, How would you explain that?
Well, there is a time for everything. There's a time when I have to be tough, and there's a time when I don't need to be tough. It depends on the circumstances, but maybe my humble nature is because of my humble beginning.
He was born on 19th November 1956. His parents were the late Marjorie and Henry Wamala.
Well, I'm a product of a very, very humble family. I trace my roots way back to Sese Islands.
Okay.
In Kalangala, on the main island. I was born from a simple family of fishermen. My mom was a full-time housewife, but my father was like a jack of all trades. He could do so many things. He was a fisherman, he was a trader, he was a farmer, and so that's how I came to be.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you think of your childhood right now, what are some of those memories that stand out in your family setting then?
When I came to understand life in my early childhood, I was actually with my dad. Mom had left the island, so I was with my dad and a few of my siblings, my bigger brother, two of my sisters. Actually, I will tell you that I'm the last born of a family of 9. I'm very lucky that I can still count 7 of my
Of your siblings who are still alive.
And That's good. It's good. It feels good at this age to be called the last born.
It really does. Were you a mommy's boy or daddy's boy?
I was daddy's boy. I was daddy's boy.
How did that display?
Daddy loved me so much. I can tell you that one interesting thing is our village is about 9 kilometers from the Kalangala Trading Center, and in Kalangala Trading Center, that's where the hospital was. What I can recall among the interesting things is whenever I would get sick, my dad had made a special box for me, which would put on the bicycle carrier and put me in the box so that my feet could not go into
the water?
No, into the bicycle rim.
Exactly.
Because as a kid, you could possibly sit recklessly and have your legs go into the rim. But to avoid that, my dad made a special box for me. So whenever it was time to go to hospital, I would be put into that special box, and he would ride to the town and do his business, and then he would ride back home.
Okay. You mentioned that your father was a fisherman.
Yes.
Didn't you try to follow into his footsteps? Did you fish at one particular point?
Yes, I would follow him as a kid. It was interesting to follow him to the waters. When he would cast his net, you see him getting the fish out of the water. It was very interesting.
The general went to Nachibizi Primary School, Kasubi Primary School, and Old Kampala Senior Secondary School before joining Bukalasa Agriculture College, where he acquired a certificate in agriculture.
I moved a lot between my sisters and brother because everybody wanted to have a feel of me. Everybody wanted to have a piece of me at one time. So you would find me spending 1 year with one sister, then I moved to another. But eventually it became interesting because I learned many things from different areas where I went.
Okay. So would you say you knew what you wanted to be when you grew up as a child?
What I grew up admiring was being in the medical profession.
Really?
Because one of my sisters was a nurse, and she looked very, very smart in the nursing uniform.
Yes.
And I really had admired to be in the medical fraternity, and I think that was so. I think that's why I even made a wrong choice when I finished my A level and decided to take science subjects leaning towards medicine, which possibly was not my calling.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's for another day.